Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a good day today. Wasn't too bad of a day in the market. I didn't get to do much. Just got in one swing trade. Now, I'll kind of talk about it since I don't have anything else to talk about trade wise. But I'll kind of recap it and what we were looking at. But I do want to share a couple of things with you about what I've been dealing with the last 2 days with my account. We know what happened yesterday. There was an issue with iBoss. Everybody's buying power was kind of messed up. So, and I was trying to get an iBoss all weekend to download my trade so that I could do my recap video and never could. And I got up this morning, couldn't get in iBoss, logged into my account, and today I got zero buying power. And then I looked and I've got zero equity. I'm like, what? It's like this is just an account I just opened with nothing in it. I mean, all zeros. So, I figured, well, maybe they're still trying to get this thing squared away. And, I wait online and we go back. I'm going back and forth all morning. And come to find out, this isn't the first time it's happened. Somebody tried to hack my account. And they practically told me I was asking for it by streaming my account number. And I explained to them I'll do it because I want people to see that it is a live, sure trader account. But, he said in the end it's just not worth it because it's amazing. Somebody could get your phone number and do a number on you. All it takes is your phone number. They can get your address. Then they can get some other information. Before you know it, you have a house loan somewhere in the Midwest. And it's crazy, but you don't think about it. It's not something I think about. But I had to think and come up with a solution that's going to work, because the whole point in this is to demonstrate live trading, because that's where the disconnect comes in. You learn all of this stuff and you learn this and you learn that, but applying it, execution is where the problem comes in. And when you're starting to grow and you're just starting and you're learning and you're trying to develop that skill, that's where all of this, you run into all these problems. So that's the point of this whole thing, is trying to show you exactly what you're going to have to deal with, and that I'm right there in the trenches with you. So, that's why today, I posted, I'm a victor, not a victim. I don't let things like this hold me down. I don't let things, like this, put me in the ground and have me waddling in self-pity. I'm a victor. I'm going to rise above that. I didn't get to where I am today by being a victim. And there's a lot of people that don't make it in trading. They feel like they're a victim of the market. They feel like the market is out to get them. They feel like, everything's against the little guy. Yeah, we're the little guy. We've got to work harder. One of the emails that I really honestly and truly hate to get are the people that say, I tried it, it's not for me, everything is stacked against us, this, that, all this song and dance. I don't care what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do. The odds are always going to be stacked against you in whatever you do, wherever you go in life. And if you start being a victim to everything, if you start walking away and giving everything up because you don't feel that you're able to achieve it, what's your life going to look like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? It's not a cycle that you want to start. So I'm here to tell you, unless you're in the top 1%, and if you were, you wouldn't be listening to me now. Other than that, we're all the little guys. And no matter where we go, what we do, we're going to be victimized. And it's going to be up to us whether we accept it or not. We're going to accept it or we're going to rise above it. And it bothers me so much that, when I asked this person, okay, now what have you done? You said you can't do it. It's not for you. What have you done? Well, I bought this course and I bought that course and, I bought this DVD and, so, okay. So you've got a lot of, monetary equity in it. But what have you done? How much sweat equity have you put into this? Are you paying people to try to get paying people so you don't have to do the work? That it doesn't work that way. People spend their lives trying to make it. And yeah, they may live a good life for a while, but it catches up with them. And you don't believe me, watch American Greed that comes on. I mean, it's been coming on for several years. And everybody, they live it up. They try to find the fast life, get the shortcuts. It doesn't last. If they even make it. So you have to put in that sweat equity. And if you don't put in that sweat equity, you're not going to make it. Because if day trading was easy, everybody would be doing it. Who the hell would want to go to a job that they despise and work, 8 to 10 hours of their day away if they could just come home and click buttons on a computer and make money? Everybody would be doing it. But it's not that easy. And it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of sweat equity. And everything that I try to teach and I try to explain and I try to tell you this is what it takes to get to that next level, it's because that's what I had to do. Okay? And I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet. Nowhere near where I want to be. But I'm going to rise above every time somebody tries to victimize me. Somebody tries to bash me on social media. I'm not going to be a victim of it. I'm going to be a victim. I'm going to rise above it. And I'm going to keep going. I look at it. If it's legitimate criticism, I take it, look at what I need to do to improve and move on. I mean, that's what it's all about. So sorry for ranting. I mean, it's been a long day, and I'm sick, and it just gets a little crazy sometimes. But this is what you're gonna start seeing tomorrow in chat. Okay, I still got my order window. You'll see me put the orders in. You'll see them come up on the chart. My entries will pop up here on the chart. You'll still see my trades minus my account number. All of the orders and everything you're going to see right here. Now, I forgot. I am going to take the realized and unrealized gains off. I forgot to take it off of that. I don't look at that during the day, and I advise people not to pay attention to that because, we're going to talk about this in the webinar tomorrow, our Wednesday webinar in chat, is the importance of a trade plan and the things that you need to look for in order to make sure you have a viable trade plan. Because that's the only time you need to think about the money that you're making. If the money doesn't add up on the plan, it's not a viable plan and you don't trade it. If the money adds up, it's a viable plan, then all you do is execute that plan. That's it. Just execute it. If you just focus on executing and not thinking about how much money you're up or down, just executing, watching the chart, making sure that everything is nothing's out of the ordinary. All you do is sit back and wait and let it hit your marks, and that's it. That's all successful trading is. It's easy to find the trade. It's easy to find the stocks. We find them every morning. Stocks that move. It's easy to find them. The hard part is executing trades on them. Watching the setup and knowing when to get in. Knowing, when is it safe to get in? When is it a good risk, to get in? And not get hypnotized by the chart and the numbers flashing and the candlestick going up and down. You just focus on executing. This is the point where I need to get in. Bam. Okay, my stop is here. Bam. And these are my profit targets. Whichever it hits, that's where I'm getting out. And as long as you do that, you got a successful trade. So that's really what the whole focus is. And that's what I want to teach. And there are times where you don't need to trade. And you could see the last 2 days, after 11, 12 o'clock, most of these stocks traded sideways. And it's just stressful because you're sitting here waiting for a move. Now it's so much easier if you've gotten the first move, got the second move, and now you got a little piece in it and you're just letting it bleed off all day. That's fine. But actively trying to get in trades that have made solid moves in the morning, you're asking for trouble. Now, if you want to wait until 3:15 or so and try to catch the closing move, that's fine. You can do that. But all of this time in between, you have to be real selective. And if you don't have a good A+ setup, you sit on your hands. That's what you do. So here's a couple of new scans that we're gonna have since earnings is coming out. Most of the stocks that we trade are stocks that have earnings coming out. There are gonna be some earnings scanners that we can watch throughout the day. This is gonna tell us the stocks that have earnings the next day, what they're doing. Because sometimes stocks will run up into the close when they are getting ready to announce earnings. So you can find a nice move going into the close. But it's going to be later in the afternoon. Obviously you don't want to hold overnight, but this kind of gives you an idea, or gives us an idea of what's moving and everything. So we're going to add that. I'm still trying to find an ideal momentum scanner that's going to pick up stocks that are, may pick up momentum. I know we hear the news, but sometimes the news is a little bit late. And if the scanner may pick it up before the news kicks it out. And if we can do that, like a volume spike or something like that, I'm still trying to perfect it. It's not there yet. I'm not where I want it to be. So I'm still working on that. And we'll that we'll have two coming up. So we're going to have some changes. And like I said yesterday, every time, I'm going to come up with something new. I'm going to try to come up with something new every time. And that's going to be better. That's going to give us, some value. That's going to help our trading. And, that's what it's all about. All right, so the swing trade we got in today. This was one of the stocks that we were looking at this weekend, Sunday on our watch list. And it's one that we've traded before. And, this stock moves pretty good. I think the first time we traded this, it moved like 5 points. So it was able to get the move in one day. We got like 5% that first day. So this one, and me, all of my strategies are going to be simple, have great risk reward, and if everything adds up, it should be a solid trade. Or if it stops out, we're going to stop out like we're supposed to. Like yesterday, the stock set up, I just took a bad entry. I waited too late, I chased it up, and I got stopped out because I entered too late. Had I got in when I was supposed to, I probably would have made some money on it. But, that is my fault for not, really doing what I was supposed to do. Yeah, there were other things that was on my mind I was dealing with. But if that was the case, I shouldn't have been trading. So either way, it's my fault. But here, this was another one we were looking at. It did kind of set up yesterday. And we could have actually got in yesterday at a little bit better price. It didn't really make that big of a move yesterday. But you can see we started slowing down. And this put in a candle that could be signaling that we're getting ready to move. But our strategy can get us in early, to where we don't have to wait. And we could have gotten in early there, but it didn't. It triggered this morning again. So I got in, and we made this candle actually had almost a $3 range. But it closed down a little bit from the high. So it's $2.08, 2.42% that is gained today. Now, what's concerning at this point is this descending resistance here. And you can see where it's put in. Now, I use this is a FinViz chart. And I've been using these charts forever on swing trades, because that's where I scan for my swing trades. And instead of me sitting there trying to find and draw these levels, they're already on this chart. So, and I've never gone wrong using the annotations on the FinViz chart. So I defer to this. I don't even sit there and waste my time trying to draw these. I use this chart. And I don't know if we talked about this Sunday or not. I can't remember. But here is, we got up here. I knew it was about a 3-point move up to this level. So if tomorrow we open lower and we start to reject this level, I can take it off, still have some profit, and the trade didn't follow through, but we didn't lose money. We got a little pop, and we move on to the next one. But we're really looking for this to run back up to the 20 at least. It may even make it back to this level here. This was solid support here back in July and August. And we had the big gap down. And here it's been, trying its best to push over it. Hit it once, twice, 3 times. And this time it did make a lower low. So we'll see, whether it's going to come back or not. But, this is an example of one of the the strategies that we trade, and it gives us solid risk reward. Solid risk reward. We had a potential, $2.50, and I was only risking a point. Now it can go even further, but I know to this level was about $2.50 when I got in. It was, $3 or a little over $3 on Sunday when we saw it, and only risking $1. That's what we look for. A chance to make $2.50 at a minimum, and only risking, $1. Now, had I got 3 points on this, I would have taken it. Had it got up to 90, I would have taken half off of this, but it didn't. So we're still holding on to it. I'm looking for it to push through this, because it did push through it here. So I'm looking for it to push back through it this time and come up. But we have I call it pregame. So at 9 o'clock, after I've done the day trading pregame, and we've got our watch list together for our day trades, I'll pop in the swing trade room, and we talk about the stocks that I'll talk about the stocks I'm looking at. Like this morning, I talked about the stock I got stopped out on yesterday, what I did wrong, and what I'm looking at today. And this was my primary watch today. And normally within the first 30 minutes of the day, I'm in my swing trade. I got my hard stop set, and I shut it off. I'll just glance at the daily chart every now and then, but I'm not micromanaging it. And that's, for me, that's key in my swing trades. Now, these are short-term swing trades. I'm only looking for, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, or 5 to 10% gain on these, and then dumping them. I do have a long-term swing account, and I take some of those. But this was my normal progression from day trading. So when I was day trading, I started taking some small-term or short-term swing trades. I saw these strategies, and you can actually use these same swing trade strategies to day trade with. You could have easily day traded this stock today. Do an all-day hold. I mean, it's real simple. Every one of these strategies, you can do an all-day hold, day trade it, exit it at the close, and then tomorrow it may even set up again. Like if I exit it today, I could get in if it holds this if it breaks this resistance and bases on it, tomorrow morning, I could get in and hold it all day, take it off at the end of the day, and have another good day trade. So these strategies do work, for day trades as well. So, but I like to hold them a couple days to try to get as much of the move as I can. You can see here, if I'd have got it here, I could have held it 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 days or 4 days and picked up, 3 or 4 points. Here was the same. This was where it set up the last time for this same strategy. It tried to bounce, but it pulled back a little bit, held this again, and gave us another setup. And you can see this thing ran up over 2 weeks and picked up over 10 points. See, probably 12 points or so. But this is what we look for. And that's what the strategies are designed to do. All right, so that's it for me today. Hopefully, we'll have some day trades to go over tomorrow. And, we'll talk about that. And I may, give a little summary of what we talked about in our weekly webinar and chat. But, it's all about education. It's all about education. I'm a teacher. I'm still a teacher. I'm still have my professional license. I still plan on keeping it. I still teach the classes that new teachers go through. Matter of fact, I got another one this Saturday, and then one the Saturday after that. I love doing it, and it's just a big part of my life. So I love doing this. Somebody asked me earlier this week, why would somebody who's a successful trader want to share their strategies, or why not? The more successful day traders like us we have in the market, the more volatility is going to be there. If we individual day traders, small time day traders weren't there, it'd be computers trading against each other. The stock would move 3 to 5 cents every day. What kind of market would that be? They can't do without us. We have to be there. So, it's one of those things. And then I love trading. But one of the things that I learned coming up when I first started trading from Tim Sites, from Nate at Investors Underground, when I was going through his stuff, from everybody, it's like you can be a professional trader, but you need to have something else. You need to have something else to do. Whether it's run a blog, run a subscription service, whatever you do, have something else, have that outlet. And this was a natural progression. I love teaching. I love helping people. I love seeing, people and hearing people when the light goes off and they finally get it. That's the joy, in teaching. And to see people be able to enjoy their life. No, I can't take a trip to Italy or to France or do a European vacation. No, I don't have it like that. One day my trades are gonna get to the point where I'll be able to do that. I'm slowly increasing I'm slowly increasing my account. I'm slowly increasing the amount of money I invest in my long-term, swing trades. And I'm going to get there. But it's going to take a lot of sweat. It's going to take a lot of sweat equity. It doesn't take money. You don't need a lot of equity to be successful. Monetary equity. You need a lot of sweat equity. And that's what you're going to have to put in. You got to be willing to put that in. If not, don't even start. All right. So I'm sorry. I guess I need to be a preacher because I can't stop talking sometimes. But sorry about that. There may be one or two of you still on. The rest of you probably cut it off by now. But that's it for me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow in chat. If not, I'll see you on YouTube.